Hello, 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 and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jameelah, and I'm a master manifester, and I'm sure you are too because you're watching content like this. The name of this channel is Holistic Manifesting because I believe in a whole body, whole being experience when it comes to manifesting these lives we choose, right? Today, what I'm discussing is being rejected for your talents and skills. Don't mind my finger, it's an avocado accident. But this is a bit dramatic, but I don't want any water or dirt to get into it. But you know, it's on the mend. It's healing perfectly. Nonetheless, what I'm discussing today is being rejected for your talents and skill sets. I think that we don't give enough time and attention to this because so much of the content and so much of the conversations that we have is based on developing yourself, developing your content, developing your skill set, your talents, and your, growing and all that. But on the flip side of that, we rarely give attention and time to what it's going to mean for the average people around you, right? I have made the mistake of walking into so many environments. I should have read the 48 Laws of Power first. Of walking into so many environments and believing that they actually were excited about my talents, my skill set, and like what I could do and what I could bring to the table and how I can expand and grow, right? The problem is that a lot of people pay lip service to that kind of talk. A lot of people will say, this is amazing, that's great, you're doing blah, blah, blah. But when it really comes down to it, they're very insecure about what you are doing and how you are expanding and growing in your life, and they're comparing themselves to you. So the whole time you're just walking around, da 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 da. I'm so excited. They said they want this talent from me. They want that. They want me to be able to do this, that, and that. This happens even in families. This happens even at the workplace. This happens in relationships. Unfortunately, I've seen it in relationships a lot. Friendships, to where people say, I want people around me that are like this. I want people around me that are growth mindset. I want people around me who are advanced. I want people around me who lift me up and tell me what I can do and what I can accomplish, because I'm really good at that, right? But then when that kind of person shows up in the environment, most people's natural reaction is to reject the person for the great things or the goodness that they bring to the table. It really doesn't matter what that goodness is. If it's something that other people see as good, and you have it and they don't, it's automatically a problem. It could be your body type. I've had that happen to me all throughout my life with women. It could be your confidence, just because you believe in yourself and you think that you can go some places where you know you want to go, right? It could be the fact that you have two parents and you come from a two-parent home and you had kids, you got siblings and all that. It can be anything. It can definitely be your degrees. I've run into that more so than anything. I'm like, hey man, this is just a thing that I had to achieve in order to get to the next level of where I'm going. It doesn't say anything about me as a person and who I am, but it doesn't really matter. You don't have enough time and energy to sit around minimizing yourself enough in order to fit into these environments, in order to fit in with these people, in order to make these people feel more comfortable. You don't have that kind of time. The time and energy you put towards that, trying to, relax people's egos, trying to make sure I tiptoe here and I don't say this here, and I make sure I tell this person that, and I don't hurt this person's feelings. I don't care. Those days are over. I don't care. Everybody's responsible for their own feelings. The time and energy it takes for you to do that is taken away from anything that you are supposed to be doing here to co-create, to expand, and to create a better environment and to leave a mark or whatever it is you're trying to do in this life. You don't have time to play around with insecure personalities and egos. Now, it's different if the insecure personalities and egos come to you and say, I'm struggling with this, or I'm struggling with that. But that's not usually what happens. What happens is they see you be something great or they see you do something great, and immediately comes the poking holes in it, and it's subtle. The best people at it are really subtle, right? They're subtle at it because they want you to lose confidence in it on your own. They don't want to come and tell you, I think you're crap, I think your work is crap, and I think everything you're doing is crap, because that's not true. They know it's great. They already know it's great, right? So they're going to subtly come to you and say things like, well, I don't know, maybe next time we can try doing that instead. And I'm like, so there's nothing good about it you can say? No. Oh my God. Those are the biggest losers in this world. When you do work and you doing and you're putting into your time and effort, and they can't say one good thing about about it, those people are sick. They're sick. They're mentally sick and unhealthy. And if you spend your time trying to create in those type of environments, you will find yourself also being sick and mentally unhealthy too, right? Because how can you deny something that's sitting right in your face? The only way for you to deny it is to try to bring it down and to try to make it look like something that it's not. And so many people are so willing to put their time and energy into that, as opposed to raising themselves up, as opposed to propping their own goals and their own value up. And the biggest reason why is because they don't value themselves. They don't have any goals. They don't want to accomplish anything. And instead of just stepping out of the way and saying, well, let the people who are running, go forward, they want to stand there and act like they have something to offer when it's really just belittling, hatred, and jealousy and envy and negativity. You don't have time to tiptoe around fragile egos. That is not your job. It is everybody's job to make sure their own personality is in check. Their own confidence is where it needs to be. Their own attitude is in the right space. Your goal should be the same thing for yourself, and then working on the great and the possible things that you want to create in your life. And if that means some people's feelings get hurt, then so be it. Do you know how many people I have been around who have basically outright asked me to be less so they can feel better about themselves? How sad is that? It took me to this age that I am now to realize that I don't have the power in me to emasculate a truly masculine man. That power is not in me. If that man was truly masculine, I would not affect them in a negative way. That is a fact. So do not shrink yourself. You don't have time to shrink yourself. You get this one life. You get this one opportunity. Create those goals. Refine that talent. Refine that skill set. And get them people out of your way. If people can't be genuinely happy that you're going for something, genuinely happy that you're a positive person, genuinely happy that you're trying to bring some light into this world, right? I make these videos because I want to be a bringer of light into this world. I want people to have somewhere to go where they can say, well, everybody's not crappy. Let me turn on YouTube. Maybe somebody's speaking some life into me and I can get something from there. Why not have another voice doing that, right? People will reject you for the goodness that you have inside of you, for your talents, for your attractiveness, for your goals, for your ambition, for just even knowing who you are, for just even being comfortable in who you are. I have experienced rejection from adults since I was a little kid. In school places, even people, family members, their adult friends and stuff they would have around would give me ugly looks when nobody was looking, things like that. One of my sisters, she got married when she was 19, her first husband. I remember he frowned and acted ugly to me every time nobody was looking. And now that I am an adult, I realize that that is a small person who sees light and wants to smash it. Don't let people smash your light because they can't handle it. They need to go somewhere else. And don't let them poke holes in your talents. Do you know how many people are uber talented, have so much to offer, who have all these built-in talents that they didn't even ask for, but just came through their bodies, and they will be rejected and hated for it, and they just came into this world like that. I came in this world wanting to run, and the only reason why I've ever slowed down at any given period is because people have made me feel crappy about wanting to run. And after I let them smother my light for a little while, and I'm going, oh, this is not working. And you can't smother it enough for small people. You just can't. It's never enough for small people. They're not happy until you're in the dumps. And then I'm like, wait, I just spent 5 years on this nonsense when I could have been running. I could have been sharing. I could have been spreading light. I could have been ascending. You don't have time to shrink yourself. Keep it moving and continue to be great. When people reject you for the good things that you have to offer, always look at who's rejecting you. Look at what they have to offer. Look at who they are and where they're at. Because there's never a reason for someone to walk around and try to smush your talent or try to smush your value or try to take away anything that you're creating, except for them being so small that they can't handle not being the one that's in the spotlight. And this is for relationships, especially if you're a woman and you got some ambition about you and you like to create success and you just love doing things, right? A lot of men, you got to be less than them in order to get along. So you can't be with the average guy. It just don't work like that. The average guy can't handle it. This is fact. I'm not making this up like, oh, nobody cares about. Yeah, I care about my degrees. I care about the expansion that I've made. I care about raising my daughters in a new level. I care about pulling myself out of poverty mindset into abundance mindset. I care about it. So that's why it's important. And because it's important to me, it needs to be important to anybody around me because it's valuable. It's brought me from where I came from to where I am right now. It's valuable. And you're not allowed to smush that and take it away from me because it makes you feel small and insecure. You don't have time to massage small egos. You don't have time to let people get in your head and make you think that you don't have what it takes. You get one life, you get one opportunity, and this is it. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.